In the vast expanses of the internet, there exists a world shrouded in mystery and intrigue, a place known as the dark web. This enigmatic realm is a part of the internet, yet it remains hidden from plain sight, not indexed by conventional search engines. Its elusive nature piques curiosity, yet its access is not for the faint-hearted. To venture into the abyss of the dark web, one requires specific software, a torch to illuminate the shadowy corners of this unexplored terrain. Its existence is undeniable, yet its purpose and origin remain shrouded in mystery. The dark web is a labyrinth of encrypted sites, a place where both the curious and the clandestine coexist. It's a world where everyday norms are flipped upside down, where the familiar becomes unfamiliar. The question remains, who created this enigmatic world and for what purpose? To understand the origin of the dark web, we need to travel back in time to the mid-1990s. Picture a world where the internet is still in its infancy and the need for secure, anonymous communication is increasingly palpable, especially for the United States government. In this backdrop, the US military researchers initiated a project to create an internet space where their communications could remain hidden from prying eyes. This was the birth of the dark web, originally designed as a secure environment for intelligence agencies to operate without fear of interception. But how does one achieve such a level of anonymity? Enter the Tor software, originally developed by the US Navy and later released to the public. Tor, short for the Onion Router, is a technology that allows users to browse the internet anonymously by bouncing their connection around a distributed network of relay computers worldwide. This process obscures the user's location and usage from anyone conducting network surveillance or traffic analysis. As Tor became available to the public, it opened the door to the dark web. Suddenly, anyone with the right tools could access this hidden part of the internet, and it wasn't long before it became a refuge for all sorts of activities, both legal and illegal. On one hand, the dark web served as a platform for activists living under oppressive regimes, whistleblowers, journalists, and people simply interested in maintaining their privacy online. On the other hand, it provided a safe haven for illicit activities like drug trafficking, illegal weapons sales, and even contract killers. Much like the Wild West, the dark web is a lawless frontier where nearly anything goes. So, we've journeyed from the mid-1990s to the present day, observed the birth of the dark web, and seen how it has evolved over time. It's a fascinating, if somewhat alarming, testament to the double-edged sword of technology. But what exactly happens in this shadowy part of the internet? Imagine a marketplace where anything and everything can be bought and sold without any surveillance. Welcome to the dark web. This shadowy corner of the internet is home to a multitude of activities, some nefarious, others not so much. The dark web is a bit like a bazaar. You'll find stalls selling illegal goods and services, but there are also spaces where people come together to discuss ideas freely, away from the prying eyes of governments and corporations. Let's start with the illicit. Illegal drugs, stolen data, counterfeit money, and even firearms can be bought and sold on the dark web. These transactions are usually conducted using cryptocurrencies, which are difficult to trace and add another layer of anonymity. But it's not all black market trading. The dark web can also serve as a refuge for whistleblowers, activists, and journalists who need to share sensitive information without fear of reprisal. In countries where freedom of speech is suppressed, the dark web can offer a vital lifeline, allowing people to connect with the outside world and share their experiences. The key to the dark web's allure is anonymity. It's accessed through a special type of software, like Tor or I2P, which conceals users' identities and locations. This is what makes it so appealing to those who want to operate outside of the law, but also to those who simply value their privacy and want to avoid being tracked online. Despite its reputation, the dark web isn't just a haven for criminals. It's a complex, multifaceted part of the internet that reflects the best and the worst of human nature. It can be a tool for freedom, a place for open discussion, and a marketplace for the forbidden. There's no doubt about it, the dark web is a fascinating and somewhat terrifying aspect of our digital world, a place where the usual rules don't apply, and where identities are hidden behind layers of encryption. So, how many people are actually using the dark web? Quantifying the exact number of dark web users is a challenge given its very nature. The dark web thrives on anonymity, a realm where users are shadows, untraceable and elusive. This makes it incredibly difficult to pin down an exact number of users. However, some estimates suggest that it's not a small fraction of internet users who have ventured into this hidden part of the web. Various studies and reports have tried to peek into this abyss. They've come up with some fascinating figures. For instance, one such study suggests that a significant number of internet users, around 1 in 10, have at least once journeyed into the dark web. Another report indicates that the number of dark web users has been steadily increasing over the past few years. These figures, while not definitive, paint a picture of a vast, sprawling network that exists beneath the surface of our everyday internet. The dark web, a fascinating, mysterious, and sometimes terrifying part of the internet, continues to captivate our curiosity. The dark web is not just a den of illegal activities, it's much more complex than that. Indeed, as we've journeyed through the layers of the dark web, we've seen its duality. It was created with a noble purpose: to provide a platform for free speech and anonymity, shielding users from unwarranted surveillance. However, like any tool, its use can be manipulated for both good and bad. From facilitating political dissent in oppressive regimes to providing a marketplace for illegal activities, the dark web is a microcosm of our society. We've also discussed the estimated number of users, a figure that's hard to pin down due to the very nature of the dark web. Despite the nefarious activities that take place, it's important to remember the initial purpose and potential benefits it can offer. In the end, the dark web is a reflection of our society with its light and dark sides. It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we choose to use it.